Hi, I'm Dr. JiaJoyce Conway, here promoting my book, Change from the Inside Out, and this is First Person.
Hello and welcome to First Person. First Person is all about the who, what, when, where, why, and how. We ask a random question and then we let each person have the last word. This is First Person.
I am Gia Conway. I've been Gia the child, Gia the daughter, Gia the wife, but now I am Dr. Gia Conway, this new renewed person with her own identity. I would say most people that know me as the clinician. I'm a nurse practitioner by profession. Most people know me as this active member of my church, director of my women's ministry. But to really know my story, I don't think people know that. I want to be a person that breeds significance. I've been pretty successful, and success for some people is defined by stuff, houses, cars, money. I've had a very blessed career, a very blossoming career, but that means nothing if you don't have significance. And significance to me is the lives that I impact, the lives that I breed change in. That's what I want to be. Well, by profession, I'm a nurse practitioner. I take care of cancer patients. Actually, I like to say survivors. I take care of cancer survivors. But my most recent endeavors is that I believe I'm walking into purpose now. And for me, that's impacting the lives of women survivors. And that's from any adversity. But for me, it's grounded in abuse, both sexual and drug abuse. So my mission right now is about survivors' empowerment. Just to show women that, we can arise above our adversities. We can really live in our present and our future and not stay captive to our past. I've had a very successful life, but that was a very good facade. But mentally, I was bound. I was struggling just to really know who I was and not be defined by other people's definition of who I was, because I felt so low in my self-esteem and just didn't love me. So in my past, I was a woman in a little child's body, didn't know who she was, but today is a different story. It's a feature of women living life to the fullness, living life on purpose. My new book titled Changing from the Inside Out really is about women redefining themselves with purpose. And that may be from just going back to school or pursuing other endeavors in their career, but whatever it is that they desire to do, but they just can't because they're stuck mentally, that's what my purpose is about. I've had the book shelved for 4 years, but I actually started writing in July of this year, and it recently dropped November the 7th, 2013. Because I was ready. 4 years ago, God gave me the titles, but I wasn't ready. I still was going through my own healing process. But recently, probably the past 6 months ago, God said to me, no one heals in silence. There's a message, there's an audience, and I need you to write. That means for as long as I continued to keep my titles and my book on the shelf, then there was my sister girl or my sister friend or my sister that would never heal, because my silence is going to breed healing. So to me, that means as long as I continued to feel like I wasn't ready, I was holding up somebody else's who is ready. So that's a wonderful question. Why is so much bigger than me? Why is really about global impact. I just believe that what God's going to do with my ministry and with this message is really bring a place of healing and wholeness. Why is about women asking themselves, am I surviving and thriving, or am I surviving and existing? I know the facades of life that we play. I know how we can put on our makeup and put on our heels and look real good. But why is really about being healed, whole, and free from the inside out, and knowing that there is so much more to life than what our past defined us as. So why's big, my why's huge, and I know that it's going to breed an impact women all across the world. I know people think about ministry of just being in church, but ministry really is about ministering to the mind, body, and soul. It's really about feeding healthy thoughts, about feeding positive direction and proclamations. Ministering really is just about what are you pouring into your body? What are you pouring into your mind? We are mind, body, and soul. So ministry extends beyond a building called the church. It really is a global and community impact. And that's what my message is about. It's about us realizing that we become comfortable with the things that are uncomfortable. But I want to make it so uncomfortable for women that have become comfortable that they really start saying, you know what? This isn't right. This isn't what I was created to be. This isn't how I was created to live. And it has to get to a point where uncomfortableness breeds change. You got to want more for yourself than someone else wants for you. And I'm victim to that. I want more for people than they want for themselves sometimes. But I just believe that God made us fearfully and wonderful. We are such wonderful treasures. And why should we stay captive to a space of being uncomfortable? Fear. Fear. Fear to step out of that place of comfort. Fear to step out regardless of what people will think about us. You know, we live where everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a thought about who you should marry, what you should wear, what your hair should look like. We have to come to a place within ourselves where we wake up and say, you know what? I really don't care what someone else thinks about me. If it's not going to breathe breath into my body, it's not going to give me the ability to move my limbs, to be able to have a thought process, I really don't care what someone else thinks about me. What someone else thinks about me or you is none of your business. You got to walk into what you are designed to be and who you are designed to be. And that definition really is what you make it. You know, are you going to live in a space where you got to have someone answer your yes or answer your no? Or are you going to live in a space where you say, you know what, I wake up every morning saying, okay, what we going to do today? What's my assignment today? Whose life am I going to change today? What's my purpose today? It's already set. Our tomorrow, our future, it's already set. And it absolutely is ours for the taking. How do women actually get started to changing? I think earlier I said part of change has to occur with self-actualization. But even before that, you have to want to change. And that change for women may be their job, it may be their circumstance, it may be their relationship, it may be a different look. Even though my message really is about coming from a place where something from your past really has impacted your life for today. But it really has to come with acknowledgement. I really want to change. It's not enough for someone else to want it. It's not enough for you to read about it. But you got to read about it, you got to digest that, and you got to want it. So the first place for women to start is want to change. Want to do and be better. Want more for yourself. And once you've gotten to that place, then you begin the journey to self-actualization. Then you begin the place on the journey to self-acceptance, self-sacrifice, self-surrender, and change. You know you're ready when you're tired. When you're tired of the same old situation, when you're tired of saying to yourself, I'm sick and tired of being tired. You know you're ready when you're looking around and everything else around you is changing, but you're the same place you were 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Every year we make New Year's resolution. My question would be has your resolution changed? Or are you affirming to do the same thing that you declared that you were going to do a year ago? If that's the same, your time is now. Your change is now. Change is not something that happens overnight. Reading my book is just a starting point. I am committed to personal development every day, and that goes beyond my book. That goes beyond tapping into other authors, constantly feeding my mind positive things, constantly exposing myself to positive environments, the right people, the right company. Maybe you got to shed some people off and change your environment. It's not a matter of how long, it's just a matter of getting there. My journey was 11 years. Yours may be 2 months. I can't put a time stamp on it, but what I can say is start the process and be committed to the process. Stay on the journey to change. Just because one day doesn't feel the greatest doesn't mean your tomorrow won't be just as effective. But it's a commitment process, not just one at a time. When we date stamp things, we get discouraged because that date has come and we haven't arrived. So don't date stamp your journey, just enjoy the journey. How can you get my book, Change from the Inside Out? Well, I encourage you to visit my website, www.changingyouFromTheInsideOut.com. On the website, not only will you be able to get my book, and there are some other products there as well, but you'll also be able to engage in my weekly motivator. Every week, there's an encouraging and empowering message there for you, my sisters. Every week, we begin this journey together. I have not arrived. I'm still evolving, but I want to evolve on this journey with you.
Here's my random question. Let's say you're at work and someone comes to you who has read your book.
Yes.
And they say to you, wow, I really got a lot out of the book. Will you mentor me through this process? What's your answer?
Mentorship. I absolutely do mentor a lot of women. Some, if it's in my realm and it's something I'm comfortable with, absolutely. Mentorship is important because it took mentors to get me to this place. I needed women that could love me and meet me where I was, in my place of brokenness, without judgment, without persecution, but could meet me in my place where I was looking for someone to say, it's okay to be where you were, but don't stay there. I needed someone that could be honest with me and didn't care how I got an attitude about it, but I could take it and understand and receive it in love. So mentorship is important. We need it for every aspect of our lives. We need financial mentorship. We need relational mentorship. We need spiritual mentorship. We need mentorship to go to every new level in our life. So absolutely, if a woman approached me and said, would you mentor me? Yes, I would, because it took for me to link arms with someone, specifically another sister. It took mentorship for me to be able to say, wow, Gia, you really are messed up. It took mentorship for me to realize that you can't prescribe what you have not went through. You can't authorize what you don't have the authority to do. So we need one another. And in a community where so many ministries are talking about women empowerment, you can't do that if you're not willing to pour out into the community of women that are reaching out to you. It is a part, and that's a long-term goal. I am working on currently a curriculum to complement the book. And it is it's a 30 to 60 day change challenge, which will probably be a little longer because again, I feel like I'm time dating it, but absolutely, it's not just something I'm willing to do, but it's part of the purpose. My final thoughts that I would like to leave with you, my dear sisters. If you haven't read my book, I absolutely encourage you to. If you haven't been to my website, I absolutely encourage you to. But even if you never ever purchase a book or visit my website, my final words to you are purpose to change and change on purpose. If not for you, change because you want to feel good about who you were created to be. In my book, I talk about the tsunamis of life. Tsunamis come without warning. They don't prepare us. They don't give us time to buy lunch. They don't give us time to pack our clothes. They don't give us time to put on our best outfit or our best face or our best smile. And that can be life. That can be past. That can be your past. Whatever it is you're struggling with, you didn't ask for it. You didn't consent it. But it happened, and I encourage you to allow that journey from your past to now push you and propel you into your future. Don't let your past rob you of your present. And don't let your present bankrupt your future. Purpose to change. Redefine your life on your terms, and even better, redefine them based on a greater being that already purposed your tomorrow. I pray your change, I celebrate your change, and we'll change together on this journey from changing from the inside out.